Hello. In this session, we're going to learn a little bit about trends in web control. Now, a trend is simply a collection of historical data that reflects a piece of equipment's status value over time. And what I mean by that is this. The actual supply air temperature for this particular unit is 53.2 degrees. That's what it is right now. But if I wanted to know what it was earlier in the day or last night, I would have to have some means of retrieving historical data. And that's what a trend is. Let's take a look at one. I'll look at my trends, enabled points, supply air temperature. And what we'll see is we have a graph reflecting what the supply air temperature was over time, with time being, of course, on the bottom horizontal axis and the actual temperature being on the vertical axis. Obviously, right around here, this was at night when we were unoccupied, when we were in night setback mode. Okay, so right now we can see we actually have some historical data that we can look at. In this trend graph, there's some things we can do with it as well. Let's say I wanted to zoom in to a particular area. I can left click, hold that mouse button down, and draw a box around the area I want to zoom to. And here we can see a closer view. And what's nice is if I hold the control key down on the keyboard and left click the mouse, it will tell me what the exact temperature was and at what time and date. So at 9:40 a.m. on October 5th, 2007, it was 52.5 degrees in this supply air temperature. Now there's also a right-click context menu. I'm going to go ahead and reset this graph by choosing the reset view. And we'll see that we're back to our original graph. Now there's other things that we can do with the right-click menu. We can pan left, for example. Right-click, pan left. And you see, of course, that I can pan right, pan up, and pan down. Notice that there's keyboard shortcuts as well, though. So if I keep panning left, I can do so with the mouse. Then I can move back by simply striking the right arrow key on the keyboard. So there's always keyboard shortcuts, and if you can't remember what they are, just right-click and check them. Now I can zoom in, and I can zoom out. We also have a nice feature called Auto Update. If I click this, we'll see that Auto appears in the upper right-hand corner. And what will happen is every time we get new information in for this particular supply air temperature, it will update the graph. And if you just saw the graph flicker, that's exactly what happens. We'll see this march over time as long as the Auto Update feature is enabled. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the ability to copy the data to the clipboard. I've right-clicked. I'm going to choose this. And when I do, it says that this trend data has been copied to clipboard. And what we can do then, of course, is simply paste it into a document or into something like Excel. So we have a list of all of the supply air temperatures in particular times at which they were trended. And that's a quick overview of viewing trends in web.